Tomorrow is primary day in Virginia. Every seat in the House of Delegates and the state Senate are up for re-election. So voters in Fairfax County will select the favorite to replace longtime Board of Supervisors Chair Sharon Bulova, who decided not to seek a third term. Tuesday will be the county's first Democratic primary in decades for the Board of Supervisors Chair. And in that race, 4 candidates are squaring off: Alicia Perhopples, Jeff McKay, Tim Chapman, and Ryan McElvain. 2 of the campaigns we spoke with today said there is more competition because of what's happening at the federal level. And they explained that voters and candidates are trying to figure out what they can do at the local level to make their communities better. So whoever wins on Tuesday will be up against Republican Joe Galdo in November. Polls open tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. And for more information on tomorrow's elections, you can head to WUSA 9, our mobile app, or our WUSA9.com website/elections. First.